Welcome to Lagos, the city of excellence. This is Bega. From this point, thousands of people journey every day to the other parts of the southwest and the rest of the country. But very few people truly explore the potentials further down this corridor. Today we'll be exploring one of our amazing estates further down this corridor, and I want you to come along with us as we take you on this journey of exploration. Let's go. About this corridor, you can see I'm holding my cap on my head so that breeze does not carry it. This is one of the major landmarks on this side of the divide. So on the opposite side of the divide, this is the Redemption City, and if you know anything about the Redemption City, you know that this is a very massive development here by the Redeemed Christian Church of God. So come with me, let's continue on our exploration. As we continue along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, here is Christopher University, one of the key academic landmarks in Mowe. Its presence here shows how fast this corridor is developing, and it's one of the reasons the Mowe axis is becoming such an interesting place to live, learn, and invest. Just adjacent us here is where we have the road that leads to our estate. So come with us as we take you straight down to our estate right now. You are welcome to Mowe Golf Town. This is one of the most beautiful and affordable estates you can find in the axis. Here we are bringing you your creek view, green residences, the commercial villa, and the whole lot. So we'll be going in now, and we're going to explore and speak with the brains behind this project. So come with me, let's go. Here we are at Mowe Golf Town, and I'll be talking with the founding partners of Mowe Golf Town. With me here we have, I call her the life wire of Mowe Golf Town. I call her my mommy, my mama, everything. With me we have Madam Omolabake Adetunbi. She is a barrister and one of the founding partners of Mowe Golf Town. She is a lot. She is a lot, the life of every party, and she is the life wire of Mowe Golf Town.
Now, wow. Now, wow, that was an intro.
Thank you for having me, Mama.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
What inspired the idea of Mowe Golf Town?
I've been in real estate for about 10, 15 years, and I've seen all. I've seen all the buildings, and I've discovered that while everybody's building residential, there's residential real estate and there's commercial. But most of the residentials that have been seen essentially are actually not residential like that. And we had a dream of bringing back the old school, the communal living in the real essence of communal living. So you remember that we all go to the village for Christmas. Our parents used to take us, and we all had that moment where we all left Lagos and excelled just by traveling out. We didn't have that kind of lifestyle accommodation in Lagos. Everything is packed. Everything is based on how much space you can, how many buildings you can put on that
on the little space.
On the little space. When you cough in your house in Lagos, if you're not careful, your neighbors will hear. And then even when you say your children are going to the playground, there's no grass, there's no trees. So that was one of the inspirations. We wanted the countryside living, an alternative style of living in real estate.
That's one thing I came to admire about the Mowe Golf Town. Like you said, the fact that you have to just leave all the hustle and bustle of the major city life and just exhale, just breathe. But why did you choose Mowe, and why now?
Well, that's a deep one. You see, we are having different clients now. You know, when you're in real estate, you know your clients. We're beginning to have this new crop of customers that are just looking for the extra oomph They're looking for something else. They are very, very choosy about what they want. And when we got to Mowe, the first thing we saw was the amount of green and the amount of land that we could play with, and then the river. Those three things just clinched it for us, and we said, okay, this song that we used to sing at when we were young, will you ever get there? You can hear the sound of the rain in the morning. That when I got to the stream in Mowe, and I got to see the amount of trees, the value of the green in the land, I just knew that you won't get this anywhere else in Nigeria. And that was what made Mowe up. That was what just put Mowe on the top of our minds.
Wow, that's great. So what problem is Mowe Golf Town solving for every Nigerian investor today? Every investor that is investing into Mowe Golf Town, what problem are they solving? Is Mowe Golf Town solving for them?
We're solving everyone. When you travel abroad, most if you go to Britain or America, there's a time they all leave their homes and they're going to the countryside. We've never had that literally in Nigeria. That is communal, apart from our villages, and even then it's not even like that. This is what Mowe Golf Town is solving. People all those clients that want somewhere that is pollution free, that is noise free, and the amount of oxygen in this place, that they can take the oxygen, and the river. So people that are looking for that extra, that is what we're not solving housing deficits, so to speak. We're solving for you and I that already have our homes in Lagos, have our homes in Ibadan, and we're thinking, okay, I need a second home, or I need where to go to just rest. Like one of our clients that came today, she said he's looking for a place apart from Abeokuta that he can just come, nobody will know it, and he just sleep, and there's peace. So those clients, that is what we're solving. And the added value of the golf.
Yeah, we are coming to that golf. I know that's one thing. The golf and the river are two things that you're very passionate about. So if you had to summarize the vision of this estate in one sentence, what would it be?
The countryside living at its best.
Okay, let me not drag it. That's just brief and like hitting the nail on the head. So can you walk us through the master plan that is from the golf course to the river, the residential, the commercial zones, the creek view? So tell us about it.
That's exciting. So the products we have in Mowe, and more.
You see that I caught the sparkle in her eyes. That's why I waited for you to come back to do this thing. That sparkle in your eyes when you're talking about this.
Okay. And more are coming. So the products we have right now for this year, when you come into Mowe Town, you see the commercial side, which is for restaurants, hotels. That's the commercial. And then we have the green residence, which is where we are, which is going to be 100-unit bungalows. We are extending it to about 200 next year. Two bedrooms, semi-detached, 3-bedroom, fully detached. In the essence of the green residence, behind every bedroom, there's a garden. So we're emphasizing bringing back the greens. In front of the house and at the back, there's a garden. We also have a resort here. We're going to have a golf range and so many other things. And then in the green residences, the villas are coming. So the villas are 3 and 4 bedrooms that are going to be facing the river. So when you leave the green residences, you get to the creek side. Now the creek side is for those that say, okay, give me 4 plots. I'm just going to build 1 bungalow or 1 house in the middle of it. I want to be surrounded by greens. So we're giving you the opportunity to buy your land and build. Now that is the creek side. And then we're having the creek side waterfront as well. Just like, there's a river that flows from the commercial to the green residences, to the golf, and to the creek side. So at the creek again, we're having the waterfront plots and the regular plots. So you can buy as many as you like and build. What building is based on the what we have. There's some requirements, but it's seeable. So most people that we are located to in Lagos decided building. Wow. So Mowe is a town that is just rising together like that. And then we have the 4th part of Mowe, which is the golf, which is a proposed 9-hole golf. Although right now We're having meetings because people want us to take it to 18 holes, but we still haven't formalized that.
Okay.
So those are the products that we have for this year. But there's some coming soon that I'm excited about. I won't say it now.
So in case you don't know, I waited 1 month to do this documentary because I really wanted Mama Labake to be around. She wasn't around for a while. So I really wanted her to be around because there's this sparkle in her eyes when she talks about this estate, and I really wanted us to to catch her. But unfortunately, we cannot visit the creek view and the rivers today because we've spent so much time already. But we're going to be putting some of the clips inside this whole documentary, so you're going to have an idea of what she was talking about about the master plan of the estate. So what would you say makes this estate different from the usual estates we see around?
You say when you enter, as in
of fresh air.
See, no noise. Have you heard the car horn?
No.
When you enter the Mowe, peace.
Yes, yeah, it's true.
So that is what it is. Peace. You look at the garden. You wake up in the morning in Mowe. You have not heard car horn. Can you imagine sleeping in your bed and waking up? Nothing. Just stillness and peace that passes all understanding. You get it?
Very important.
A secure estate, secure, safe. And you can wake up in the morning and take a stroll to the riverside. Again, the river. Look at our rooms. You know, can you imagine this is a 2-bedroom semi-detached? Look at the space that we are in. Some spaces in Lagos, we use half of this for the room.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And just to mention, we've been here for a while now, and the AC has been turned off. The AC has been off for a while.
Yes.
Yet this place is so cool. Like I feel the chill in my bone. Like it's one of the benefits of buying into Mowe Golf Town because we are building with sustainable materials. Let's proceed. Why introduce a golf team community in this part of Ogun State? I mean, you could have introduced this in Lagos. You could have introduced it in anywhere else.
Right now, I will just go straight to that. There are about 3 golf ranges in Lagos. There's the Ikeja Golf Course, there's the Ikoyi Golf Course. Then towards Epe again, there's some. But even the golfers are looking for, there's no space in Ikoyi Golf. It's ensconced in the middle of a high residential commercial area. Imagine the peace here, imagine the quietness. Imagine a golfer spending the weekend here, sleep in the house, go out in the morning, play 2 rounds of golf. Nobody's disturbing him. Even the Ikeja Golf is ensconced in between the High Court and so much residential. This is a golf that you step out of Lagos. You actually step out of yourself. You step out of the hustle and bustle, and you know that you're just going to have that weekend off. That's why right now this is actually one of the most popular among golfers. They see the potentials and they're so excited about it. The next golf that is coming will probably be in Abeokuta. But Mowe is literally 40 minutes from everywhere. So Ibadan golfers can meet here. Lagos golfers can meet here. This is the central meet point for all the golfers. And if Abuja golfers want to come and there's a tournament or there's a golf thing, can you imagine all of them staying here? No, just chilling in this kind of environment. So that is why this is actually fundamental, because Mowe is the center of everywhere. If you stand in Mowe, you are literally 40 minutes to Lagos, 40 minutes to Ibadan, 40 minutes to Shagamu, 40 minutes to Abeokuta, less than that, 40 minutes to the international airport. Sometimes it can even be 30 minutes. Yes. So it's the center of everybody, literally. And that's why it makes sense.
Now this, you just led me to another question that is off my list of questions. Now you talked about golfers meeting here. Do you have plans to develop some shortlets and apartments?
The master plan is there. Around the golf, when you see the master plan, there's some bungalows that we actually designed that meander the golf side, which is like one bedroom chalets. So those ones are going to be there for sure.
That's great. That's amazing. So you know, when you have a golf tournament, you know that you have accommodation where you can stay and relax. In short, you can come here even if you don't have a golf tournament. You can come here and spend your weekend here and enjoy the peace of Mowe Golf Town. So I'm going to be quick. That brings me to a personal question. what does this project mean to you personally? What does it mean to Omolabake?
You know, you get to a point in life that it's no longer about the money. And you see that even our buildings, it's no longer, of course, money is important, but you are leaving a legacy. Why it is important to me is that one day children came here between 5 to about 12 years old. There were about 20 children. And we were showing them cassava, and we said, oh, that's where what gari mix comes from. And they were looking at cassava like, but we can't see the gari. And they didn't understand. When we showed them a mango tree, when we showed them a kola nut tree,
wow,
they didn't get it. The trees, our children will grow up not knowing what a green environment, growing up in a green, peaceful environment. Some of them became uncomfortable because they didn't hear noise, they didn't hear horns. When we took them to the river, their parents were showing them that, look, this is how we grow up. This is the water we used to drink. So it gets to a point in your life that it's no longer about selling. It's about for us in Lagos, one of the things that we always see as our core is relationship and what we are living back. If we don't see ourselves living in it, we don't sell it. So one of the things that we're now thinking in Mowe is, if our children can come here and skip around and play as we used to play, as we used to play when we were young, that would make the entire project make sense to us.
Right. You have actually answered one question I had in line, and it says, what legacy do you hope that Mowe Golf Town is going to leave behind? You have answered that question fantastically. There's no need going back to it. This is a legacy project for us. It's not just for you, the developer. It is also for me, a realtor, and for everybody that's going to buy into this property, this project. This is an amazing project. So final question. So if someone is watching this documentary right now and considering buying Mowe Golf Town, what would you tell them from the bottom of your heart?
I would tell them the emotion somebody felt today. He came in April when we were still selling away for about 48, and he immediately regretted that. Why didn't he buy the money he was going to use? He used to buy a car he wished he had bought at that time. So what I would tell everybody is that the best time to buy Mowe Golf is now. The best time to invest in this is now. And you can spread the payments. Nobody is going to make it so difficult for you. You can spread it over. And there's even mortgage. Yeah. You can go to any of the mortgage banks that we are partnering with, and they will pay, and they can spread the payments over 5 to 6 years. So I would tell that person that this is if you have children, or not only do you have children, if you yourself value peace, this is the best place to invest in.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mama Lobake. Thank you. I know I've taken your time, but this meant a whole lot to me. I really needed you to do it here in Mowe Golf Town. I could have sent you questions and expected that, but no, I really needed you to do this here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So here we have with me Mrs. Abimbola Akintope. She is the architect that designed this beautiful project, and she is one of the founding partners of Mowe Golf Town. Thank you for having me in your site today, Mrs.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So I'll be asking you a few questions, starting with one. So we see a lot of emphasis talking about sustainability, the ESG, and the rest of that. So what specific eco-friendly features are being implemented in
Mowe Golf Town? We like to say that Mowe Golf Town is a case study in sustainable building and living. So first of all, we're building with polystyrene. Polystyrene is an eco-friendly material. It's fast. It's a recyclable material. Aside from that, it has high insulation properties. So it reduces energy costs. Because if you cool a space, it remains cool for longer because of the polystyrene. So that's one big sustainable material that we're using in Mowe Golf Town. The second one is our doors. If you look at these doors, you will see that they're designed by us first ever, and they're made by us as well. I'm sure you saw the welders working outside. So what it is that they're steel doors, they are full doors. So they open 100%. They're kind of 2-in-1. We have the mesh and we have the glass in front. So if you open it, it opens completely and is still secure. And so airflow is at maximum. This space is comfortable, even if there's no electricity. Once you open the windows, you're safe and there's ventilation. Another sustainable material that we have here, or sustainable aspect of this project, is that we're recycling the sewage of the project. We have a central sewage system and we have biodigesters. So they recycle the sewage. The water, we're going to use the water from the sewage for maintaining our garden and our landscape. And then the energy that we're going to get from the biodigesters, we're going to use it to power our clubhouse. It's not enough to power the estate, but we're going to use it to power our clubhouse. So we have that recycling the sewage. What else? In Mowe Golf Town, every bedroom also opens onto the garden. So you can we have gardens everywhere. We're maintaining the landscape of the terrain. We're not touching anything. Where there are valleys, we're going to keep them as valleys. Where there are hills, we're going to keep them as hills. We're just going to build to fit the environment. Then we have these beautiful floors that we're doing. They're cement floors, concrete. We call them concrete marble.
Oh wow!
Yes. So we have simulated it, and we have simulated it to look like natural stone, natural marble. And if you look around, you see that there are different colors. Here we're using like green and brown. In the other room we have blue and brown. In the BQ we have white and red. So
I actually thought they were tiles.
No, they're not tiles. They're not tiles.
Only that they're not shiny, but they have this.
Yes, like a matte feel. Yes, but it's our own simulation of marble.
Oh wow!
Yes,
this is amazing.
So many aspects. I don't even remember anymore. Too many aspects.
Once you have said that, actually mind blowing.
Our roofing, the material that we're using for our roof, we're using PVC, and the PVC is made from recycled plastic and PVC. Okay. So the factory is somewhere in Odubolu. So we're using that as well. So
we're not using the normal roofing sheets.
No. We're not using long span aluminium. We're using recycled the PVC, and the PVC is noise proof. It stops noise, and it's also insulation as well. It's like plastic, a thick plastic.
Oh great! And your POP, as I also know,
it's polystyrene.
Yes. And I saw all the beautiful artwork you did in the sitting room.
I call myself the polystyrene queen.
But why polystyrene? You have said a lot about it, but just give me 2 sentences
about polystyrene. Polystyrene is a versatile material. Versatile. I came across polystyrene in 2004. I went to an exhibition with my husband in Birmingham, and I fell in love with it. You can do so many things with it. You can do walls, you can do ceilings, you can do furniture, you can do so many things, lamps. Everyday new things. Every day there are people who buy from us the ground one for recycling. They use it to make blocks, building blocks for homes, because they want to reduce the weight of their buildings as they go up. They're just too. Polystyrene is vast. I love it. I've dedicated my life to it. Wow. Since 2000. It took me 4 years to pay for my first machine. I've dedicated my life to it. I tell people that I call myself the polystyrene queen. Not because well, first of all, I'm the only woman in it, and I take that place. You know. But aside from that, because I believe in the material, I truly believe in the material, and I believe that we are going to put our footprints in the sands of time as far as providing housing for the poor in Nigeria with this material.
Thank you. I almost shouted hallelujah when you were just so convincing, and you actually made me fall in love with polystyrene myself. From this project, I started to do little researches here and there.
Okay, and you're just saying it,
with polystyrene. Well,
and I'd like to say one more thing about polystyrene. Okay. I didn't invent it. It's used all over the world. It's developed countries. I like to call China first when I call the developed countries, because China has made it able for me to play in this industry and able for me to be a manufacturer. So China, the US, the UK, Italy, Spain, all over the world, polystyrene is used.
I think you also shared the video in Philippines, Germany,
yes. Italy. So it's used, and the countries that are serious about housing their people must move into innovative building materials.
Thank you very much. So you talked about using the energy from the
sewage
to power the clubhouse. So what's going to power the entire estate? Are we running on national grid, or what else is
we're going to give options. Okay. Yeah, each house we're offering solar energy. We've wired all the houses ready for it. We're offering 3 options: 5 kVA, 10 kVA, and 15 kVA. So whatever the subscriber wants, it's a plug and play system. So they just put it in. So that's one option. But they're going to also have the metered option as well, where we're going to have gas powered energy, gas power generators to power the whole estate, and we will charge for that. So, but because they're going to have the solar energy, they can now regulate how much of gas they want to use.
Okay, that's amazing. How do you intend to ensure long-term environmental protection, especially around the waterfront and the green areas?
Well, you know that the anchor project for our estate is the golf and country club and resort. So that in itself is telling you that where golf is greens, so we're keeping the greens. Where golf is terrains, we're keeping the terrains. Golf is keeping the water, we're keeping all the water. So that project in itself ensures that in the next 100 years, this estate is going to retain that identity as a green estate. And because it's going to be its own income generating project, self-sustaining, it's an assurance that this estate is going to keep that standard and that ethos.
That's amazing. So now I have a personal question for you.
Thank you.
And I just want you to answer me in 3 words.
Right.
In 3 words. What does this project mean to you personally?
This project for me personally is proof of concept. Proof of concept.
Amazing. Okay, that's good. Is there a moment or experience that convinced you that this community needed to exist? Did you get the question?
Yeah. From the first day that I stepped on this estate, when we came here, we were not coming. It wasn't a golf estate or anything. We just wanted, they invited us just to sell land. But from the moment that I stepped in, the first thing I said was that this is too beautiful to be sold as land. That we needed to brand it. We needed to celebrate the beauty of the nature that we're privileged to find here. So from the first moment I came here, I knew that it needed us. And we needed to build it.
Wow, amazing. Final question. If someone is watching this documentary right now and is considering buying into Mowe Golf Town, what would you tell them from the bottom of your heart?
From the bottom of my heart, go for it. I'm not a marketer. I tell people I'm not a marketer. But my closest and nearest and dearest, I told them about this place. Not because I'm selling it, not because I am the one there, but because it is a prime piece of real estate that they are going to enjoy. It's going to keep increasing in value. It's a place that will keep increasing the quality of their lives. As we grow older, this place is a gift. My mom, now, can you imagine if somebody gave my mom a bungalow like this? She doesn't have to worry about steps. She doesn't have to worry about there's peace. As you grow older, this place will be a treasure for anyone.
Thank you so very much,
Mrs.
Abim Bola Akintoye. I am delighted.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for having us on site.
Thank you.
And with me here, we have Adaku Chibike Ochiwa. She's a legal partner and one of the founding partners of Mowe Golf Town. Thank you for having me in your site today, Ada.
It's always a delight being with you.
Yes, so first of all, Ada is my friend. We've been on this journey for some years now, and I am so proud to see what you have achieved with Mowe Golf Town.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you and the entire members of MGT on this great feat that you have achieved. So can you tell us about the estate titles? What document does it have? What's the structure in simple terms? So tell us about it.
Okay, thank you, Chibuzo, for coming today, and thank you for having us. So for Mowe Golf Town has a COO. So the properties in Mowe Golf Town are being built on a COO. A COO is a certificate of occupancy. That's a certificate of occupancy from the government. So everybody buying into Mowe Golf Town has a land or a building or a property that has a registered title, which is the COO. Hence, anyone who is buying would simply take their documents to the government to get them a registered deed of assignment where the governor will consent. He will place his consent on it. It's popularly what we call a governor's consent. So what we did with Mowe Golf Town is to ensure that we have properties our properties are titled in such a way that whoever is buying will be able to further register their title and give credibility to their investment.
That's amazing. It's refreshing to know that we have a COO, especially with what's going on in Lagos. So what measures have you put in place to ensure investors are protected?
What measures have we put in place to ensure, like we said, one of the major things we did with Mowe Golf Town is to ensure that before it even got into the market, it has a registered title. So that means it already gives that product a layer of protection. That's the first one. Then the second layer is to encourage, also once an investor buys, once a property purchaser purchases his property, is given a contract of sale, telling him the duration of his payment, the terms of the terms of the sales and all of that. Once he has finally completed his payment, he's allocated, he's given a deed of assignment, he's given a registered survey plan and all of that. With that, he would go ahead to register his title with the government.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. Now, for the quick view, how long can it take for investors to start building on their property?
People have started building.
Amazing.
So it's a buy and build property. It's a dry land. So once you have completed payment and you are located, you commence your structure.
Okay, that's good to know. All right. So what does this project mean to Ada? What does it mean to you?
This project is a testament that we can do things right and we can build right as developers. For me, I wanted a project where people can buy into it, and their investment is not debt capital. Now, when we talk about debt capital, and when Nigeria is called one of the poverty states of the world and all of that, it's largely because most of our property titles are not documented. So people own properties, they don't document it, so there's no way to value that property with the owners. So you get to hear that most Nigerians are living under $1. That's because largely a lot of their properties are not documented. So you cannot match the net worth with the people who have invested, which is why for me it was a core thing that whatever we're bringing to the market must have title, so that if you are investing in that property and you go ahead and register it, it is part of your net worth. And secondly, I wanted to be part of a project that you can pass on that inheritance to your child. You can pass on, in a way, it's a legacy that beyond just the building, beyond just the land, the community, the atmosphere, the environment is something you can pass on to your children. So for me, Mowe Golf Town is an expression of legacy, an expression of what I have believed in property purchase, in property acquisition, and doing things right when it comes to real estate development.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot. So is there a moment or an experience that convinced you that this community really needed to exist?
Yes. So we got into development sometime 2 years ago. We started with land banking projects whereby we purchased properties. And there was a time that it was back then in Epe, Lagos, and we were trying to process our CFO, do our regularization, and quite a lot. And the government now did another acquisition, and it became almost impossible to proceed with registering documentation and all of that. And some people had keyed into it at that early stage because they wanted to be first-time buyers. They also wanted to, yes, off-takers. They also wanted to register their titles. But with that government blank acquisition, everybody was stuck. At that moment, I knew that I was not going to touch any other project that didn't have titled property, that didn't have a registered title, because for me, at that point, it was very pathetic, and it was very sad for me that the people who had believed in our vision, in our goals and all of that, couldn't register their title because of the government ban on properties in Ekpe. And why I came into this business was because I want people to own their properties right. So I just knew that I was not going to do any untitled land. I was not going to bring people into a project that didn't have title. So I knew this community needed to exist. I knew that we needed a community whereby, like I said, people's investments are not debt capitals. I knew that we needed projects like that would be a boost when the clients invest and will not be depreciating. When I mean depreciating, like where he's not able to register his title and all of that. It's not an added value at the initial stage until he's able to register his title. So I just said, nah, I'm not. Why I came into this business is to protect my clients' investment, is to protect their legacy for them to be able to pass it on. So at that moment, I knew that the community I would want to build is a community where the foundation already has registered titles of which people could.
Great. Yeah. What legacy do you hope Mowe Golf Town will leave behind?
What legacy do I hope Mowe Golf Town will leave behind? A lot. But I will just talk about a few. One, to show the world that we can do things right.
Yeah.
Secondly, to be able to pass on investments and goodwill. You know where scripture says a good man
leaves an inheritance
for his children's children. So the good man is not living a problematic land. He's not living a land where the children can't see anything viable in it by the time they want it.
By the time they are of age,
Or-
the government has already reclaimed
Exactly, and all of that.
Yeah.
Or a good man leaves an inheritance such that when those children are taking over that project, that property, even if they want to sell it, it is something of worth and value. So for me, that's the legacy I foresee that Mowe Golf Town is going to leave behind.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Finally,
Wow.
if someone is watching this right now and considering buying into Mowe Golf Town, what would you tell them from the depth of your heart?
This is the place to be. This is the place to invest. Data, statistics has it that in 2015, Nigeria will be double its population size. And this is 2025. Now imagine we are over 200 million. In 2015, just 25 years from now. I remember when I was 25. Just 25 years from now, the population of Nigeria will be doubled. Where would they live?
Food for thought.
Who is going to determine what the rental value is at that time? It is every investor who has made the right choice to invest in Mowe at this time. So from the depth of my heart, don't miss out on this investment.
Thank you very much for your time, Madam.